Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Brown Dust 2 video. Alright, so the last night is finally here. This is a new game mode that features this particular new boss. As you can see, you can access it by entering this particular one, right? So this is going to be a different story altogether, featuring a new boss. So let's talk a little bit about this game mode, right? So this boss has a different concept, different mechanic altogether. You basically chain as much as you can, and you also apply buffs early on. And costumes are now separated. So as you can see, let me go and show you. So you can see Leclis, even though she has two different costumes, right? It's not merged into one, it's separating the costumes individually. So you can use up to 20 different costumes. So in terms of the benefits that you get from the costume, it's going to depend on who you bring in, right? So you can either bring hybrids, or you can just bring like one team if you have a magical team, physical team specifically. Apparently this boss doesn't have an element, but there's still the advantage of using the world buff. So right now the dark element is still having the world buff. It is present right there, and you can see currently my highest damage is 6.1 million. Support bonus is right here, and this is going to affect everything, right? So the support bonus is how many percentage that you get for the character. So the more characters you have, the easier this thing gets. So there's a couple of things that we need to talk about in terms of what characters are going to be good and bad. So ideally tanks are not needed. Okay, you don't need tanks, you don't need tanky characters, you don't need defenders. Most defenders, they're not going to be needed as much. Debuffers are not going to be needed as much because debuffs don't work on the boss apparently. So DOT characters, you know, or characters that apply those things, obviously are not going to be that strong. Justia is kind of weak right here because she is a fixed damage character. So you need somebody that can crit preferably. So you can see this is my setup. I have Red Rounding Hood Rao, followed by the B rank idol Helena, and then we have Arines, we have this version of Lethal, followed by Samay, Zenith, and then we have Celia, followed in this particular order, right? So why do I have all of these characters here? A lot of them is because a lot of these characters actually give a lot of chain. Zenith gives 6 chain, which is very important. Every single chain you stack is going to give you more damage. So you want to stack as much chain as you can. And then Angelica, I put them last because Angelica apparently does the most damage. You know what? I'm going to swap this around. Insert. I'm going to toggle this around. So this Angelica seems to apparently do way more damage than the other one. Angelica is just the boss killer, right? Anyone that scales off max HP is going to be insane on this particular boss. So let's go. I'm going to show you guys my strat. Feel free to, you know, if you guys want to copy, you can try to do that. Maybe I'll show my gears at the end, but this is quite a lot of characters. Hopefully I'll be able to do that, right? So I'm going to go into battle first. I need to turn off my face cam because you guys need to see the chain number. Okay, first off, we're starting off with buffs. Okay, very good buffs. Lethal gives attack. Samai gives that. So 6 chain from Zenith. And then we have Celia right there. 17 chain. 24 chain. That's a lot of chain. It's a lot of chain. Alright. So who has the highest damage so far? Rao. So Rao also scales off a crit damage. Okay. Oh, the Anastasia didn't do as much as I thought. Yeah, the Anastasia didn't do as much as I thought. Okay. 5.7 million. So that was my record for now. I did get 6 point something earlier. I think the reason is because I swapped Anastasia for the Cry, and I believe she didn't crit as well. So let's go again and show you guys the... Okay, let's first show you guys the ability. Angelica will be able to do the most amount of damage because she's the one that's going to be able to scale off boss's max HP. So Angelica is by default the best one. However, the Neon Party Angelica is not that useful because DOT doesn't work on the boss sadly. If you don't have Angelica or Pool Party Angelica, these two Angelica costumes are very strong. Promise of Vengeance Lethal, which everybody gets for free, is also going to be very good. And I noticed that Fire Graffiti Anastasia is also very strong. So you can see these are my top damage dealers. Eclipse, she doesn't do that much, right? But she is going to be still pretty good. She's the +5 that I have. But you can see Medicinal Herb Tracker Lethal, Lonely Survivor Lethal. These do give quite a number of... quite a lot of damage right there, right? Alongside with the Gentleman Anastasia. I believe she didn't crit right there, which could be the reason why. Neon Stalker Leatrice is also used to stack as much chain as we can. So you want to ideally use a lot of these characters. Characters that can hit lots of times. Ideally, it's going to give you the benefit, Curselia and stuff, because they can stack multiple chains, right? So I'm going to say those should be your focus. Obviously, I can shuffle things around a little bit and make higher damage, right? But I do think that you can also go multiple rounds because sometimes your character may or may not crit. I have a feeling some of these characters didn't crit, especially the Gentle Maid Anastasia. I think she did not crit right there, which is why her damage was super low. So that could be something that you can do. You can try to play over and over again. So let's talk about the rewards then. The rewards, every single day, you want to get as high as you can, obviously, right? If you go right here, if you talk to Loan, no, not talk to Loan. You go right here, and then under the rewards right here at the left, you can see this is going to be how much you get. You want to farm the ancient crystals daily, alright? So 6 million, you can get 2, right? The threshold for now. But if you can, ideally you want to be able to reach at least 700,000 because this is where the threshold difference between 1 and 2. The goal is like whatever, right? Nobody cares that much. The next threshold is going to be at, you can see 8 million. So if you can try to reach 8 million so you get 3 of these things, would be better. So that's what I'm going to try to configure towards. And then the next threshold is going to be at number 4. Or 4 ancient crystals is 26 million. This is way hard to achieve for a lot of free-to-play players. So I wouldn't sweat there as much. And then 5, you know what, this is like whale territory. Probably there's some strategy out there as well. But let me show you guys my gears, alright? So you guys get a better idea. We're gonna go to participation. People always want to look at gears and stats. So these are the gears. I hope it's going to be quite difficult to show everything, but I'm just going to show the stats so you guys can see much easier that way. Because, oh yeah, she doesn't need the gear because she's just there to buff. So Helena doesn't need the gear. Erinys doesn't need the gear, right? And Lae'zel has this gear right now, alright? Although, try to focus on... I do have a little bit high crit rate, but very low crit damage right there, right? So that's one thing to keep in mind. And then we have Samai here. I'm not sure if she's needed as much. She's there to provide buffs as well. Maybe I can try not bringing her in and see if I can still output the same amount of damage with multiple chains. I do think that she might be someone that I can consider replacing. This is my Zenith gears. This is my Celia gears, right? So Celia gears, Shirazad gears, all of them have the, you know, somewhat of the decent stats. I don't have anything crazy, right? Celia, Shirazad, Leatrice, okay. Oh, my Leatrice gears is a bit bad, no wonder. No wonder she's doing kind of, like you can see, I'm still using some SR or rare gears. Around I already show, Anastasia I already show, Eclipse, these are the gears that I have, right? So it's not super build, as you can see, 250 crit damage with 20%. None of my characters are that strong. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, none of my characters are that strong. A lot of my gears are actually quite bad. This is my Anastasia, right? And then I'm very confused with the Anastasia and Leatrice. And then we have a Lae'zel right here. So this Lae'zel actually did a lot of damage, surprisingly, right? And then you also have Angelica. Alright, this is my main source of damage, so I'm going to show every single individual stats because I think hers is the most profound, the most important. So we got crit damage there. So just focus on crit rate, crit damage for Angelica. So therefore she's able to get better stats overall. But yeah, hopefully, you know, this is going to be a rough guide for you guys. At least a first look at the new boss last night. I do enjoy it. I actually did play it a lot on stream today. I hope you guys are enjoying and having fun in this particular game mode as well. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any different or, you know, like a very unique strat, feel free to share it in the comment section below. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. More Brown Dust 2 videos coming soon. Make sure you guys stay tuned, subscribe, give this video a like. And yeah, take care. Have a nice day. Goodbye.